Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Catherine, and today I'm going to be reviewing and just going over the makeup products that I have in this big bin that I've been collecting over, I would say, a year and a half. There are plenty in here, some of which are emptied that I've used all of it, and others that I feel like it's just time to depart with, whether it's because I didn't like it or because it's well past due its expiration date. So let's get into it. I've decided for today's video we're going to add a little spin to it and talk about each product in under a minute. So the first product is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. I don't know if they make this anymore, but this was a really nice foundation. It's very lightweight, it's quite liquidy. I have mine in the shade Vanilla, and it's a semi-matte finish. You can build it up, but this is just great for traveling, for every day. I use this a lot, and it's empty now. So it just pairs nicely with your skincare, with concealers, with powder. I have pretty dry skin, and this did not affect it. But I would have to say you do have to moisturize if you're going to apply it, just because it's not the most hydrating foundation, but it is lightweight. So yeah, I really like this, and it's empty. Don't know if I can get my hands on another one, but I would repurchase if it was available. The next product is this. It's the L'Oreal Unlimited Mascara in black, and what I really liked about this mascara is the wand in particular. The formula is actually quite nice too. It's not very wet. I like more dry formulas, and I like the brush on it. So with this applicator you can turn it to, you know, get in certain places, and I just thought that was quite unique in a component. But it is empty, and I've used it all, and I really like it. I would repurchase this, but I have so many mascaras that I still have to go through. So yeah, this is a nice mascara. If you want length, volume, separation, I feel like it's an overall really nice mascara. I have 9 seconds left. It didn't fall out either, which is a huge plus. This one is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and this one is in a travel size. There is still some mascara left in here, and it is quite fresh, so I'm gonna have to say I am getting rid of this because I don't like it. From what I remember, it does smudge a bit, but it does give you a nice amount of volume. I don't know if that's, you know, obviously makeup products are gonna differ between people. Some of you might love this, but for me it did smudge on the lower lash line quite a bit. And I do like my other mascara though from Stila, the Magnum mascara. That one's really nice. So unfortunately I am departing from this one. This next little guy is just honestly a little travel size bottle of rose water mist. This I have in my kit, but I just know that the solution needs to be changed out. So I wanted to add it in here just because I am getting rid of this guy, not so much the packaging but the liquid inside, and I'm going to wash it and then put new fresh rose water in it. But this is a great little guy to have for traveling, just for added moisture on the skin, to prep the skin, especially for your clients. This is a great little addition, and most people do really well with rose water. So yeah, I like it. You can buy rose water from several places. It's so accessible. Amazon, the beauty store. I'm pretty sure I got this from the health food store, to be honest. And quite inexpensive with great results. So yeah, and you can get little travel components from like the dollar store. This next product that I'm getting rid of is the Nude by Nature Perfecting Primer. It's 30 ml, and this is actually really nice. My mom gave it to me. There's, I mean, used like over 3/4 of the product. There's just a little bit left, but I'm getting rid of it because I know it's expired. With more natural products, they tend to obviously have a lower shelf life. This one's 6 months. So, but I really liked this for traveling, and I just found that overall it was a great primer. It acts, you know, also like a moisturizer in a way, but that's the consistency. And it has a really nice, pleasant smell to it as well. You're getting like essential oil vibes. But yeah, really pretty. I would recommend this. I'm gonna go through my primers because I have so many, and moisturizers. So, but I would definitely check this out if you're looking for a great everyday primer. I am so sad to be parting with this product. This is the How About Them Apples Cheek and Lip Cream Palette by The Balm Cosmetics. I have owned this for so long. It has been loved and adored. Specifically cider and caramel shades. This is just such a beautiful product. I would repurchase it in a heartbeat. And I actually might look into it. I know that the Balm Cosmetics is kind of hard to find at certain places, but I just think that this was a great product. It has more of like a semi-matte finish to it, but it was very easy to apply, very smoothing effect, and yeah, I loved it. It's so versatile and the colors are so pretty. This is definitely a win, but I have to get rid of it because I know that it's very well expired. So unfortunately, I have to depart with these two little palettes by Milani, the Pure Passion and the Soft and Sultry palettes. They're really pretty, and I think the mattes are super well done. They're very buttery. These were recommended by Julia Adams on YouTube. She's awesome. Go follow her. Go check her out. And I also got these several years ago, so I'm sure that they need to go. But what's really been frustrating about these two palettes is that they have shattered. So many shades in each palette have shattered, and they're primarily the glitter metallic shades. The matte ones seem to be fine, but it's just something that they have shattered over and over and over again, and have quite honestly been so annoying to fix and have faith in, and then it just goes all over my other makeup products and messes everything. So I think that the formula is nice. I just think that the actual compact needs a lot of work. But they are a great affordable option if you're looking for really pretty matte, cool toned and warm toned eyeshadows that are very buttery and easy to blend. I just would try and refrain from traveling with them or adding them in your makeup kit if you are a makeup artist. This next product is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. So many people have loved this mascara, me included. However, I find that it doesn't really coat the ends of my lashes, strangely enough. This is like my second or third tube, and I don't know, I don't love it as much anymore. I feel like it gathers in the beginning of the lash, in like the middle section, the midsection, but at the ends, like it kind of just doesn't have that give that I need it to have. And it dries out really, really fast, which is not great. Another thing that I don't love about it is very hard to take off, and this is not waterproof. So I just don't want to rip my lashes out anymore. But I do like the brush on it. I believe it is a natural bristle brush, which is nice. So yeah, getting rid of that. I have another mascara here. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect Mascara in waterproof. This is really nice. I really liked it. I used it on several people, and it just has a really nice, like it says, a full fan effect. So there's separation, there's curl to the lash, and it's waterproof. And I find that with waterproof mascaras, it's hard to find one that actually works but also is easy to take off, and this checks both of those boxes. I really like it, and I've gone through a few of these already, but I've used all of it. It is dried out now. There's nothing left. I've exhausted the resource, and it's time to let go of it. But this is a really nice mascara if you're looking for just a great everyday or special event mascara. So I went through this whole concealer. There's nothing left. This is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer, and this one is in the shade M100 Golden Natural. I really like this concealer. It is so full coverage. It barely creases, and the only drawback is that it does dry down fast, so I wouldn't apply it everywhere all at once. and then blend, because it would be a little bit tougher to blend out. So I just do one area at a time. Yeah, I prefer this one, and I'm actually using it still in a lighter shade, and I gravitate towards it almost every time I do my makeup. So nice underneath the eyes, nice for blemish cover-ups, and yeah, overall it's a really nice concealer. So the next two products that I will be tossing out are these, and they are from The Ordinary. I have one in the high coverage foundation formula, which is called the Coverage Foundation, and then this other one is the Serum Foundation, the lightweight version. These have been compared to like the Face and Body Foundation from MAC Cosmetics. They're very lightweight, very liquidy. These I purchased years ago for my makeup kit when I graduated makeup school, and they were just like a more affordable version of the Face and Body since I was starting out. They and they're really compact in size, which is handy when to have. I would just recommend you buy like a few shades of this, but I would have to say that the high coverage foundation one is a little bit better than the serum one. I found this one to separate a little bit more, and it hugged on my dry patches. So definitely make sure that you are hydrated and moisturized, or your client is, because I think I experienced that with both of these, but especially this one. It's time to go. So this product I bought years ago as well, and it's the Profusion Way to Glow Liquid Illuminator. And this came out when highlighter was everything and the only thing that mattered. And I had an interview. I actually got that job, but I had an interview at a salon, and I used this for my interview, and I got so many compliments from everybody being like, oh my god, what's your highlighter? It's so pretty. And it was this one, and it was only a few dollars, and I'm pretty sure I got it with like several other things in a makeup package from, I don't know, like TJ Maxx or Winners or something like that. So it is very, very extra and very old, so I'm getting rid of it. But I just have a lot more highlighters to go through and more that I prefer now, but very high shine, high glow, very very intense. I don't know if the camera is picking up on it, but it has like a pink undertone to it, and a little bit of this goes a long way. But yeah, I'm looking at it now like, do I want to get rid of it? No, it's time. It's so old. But definitely check out Profusion. They have a lot of great, really affordable makeup products. Who remembers this? This is the Morphe 350 palette. The top has completely broken off, but do you guys remember this? And this shade came out. I don't know where that went. Probably broke and shattered. How warm can this palette be? This was the talk of the day back then when YouTube was what it was. And I have used this a lot, but again, it's very old and I need to get rid of it. This is one of those first makeup products where when I was just falling in love with YouTube and beauty gurus and what they were recommending, this was one of those palettes that just sold off the shelves so quickly because it was, you know, affordable and you had so many shadows. Palettes like that didn't exist from the store back then, where people shop most of the time. So that was a really cool product to buy. Now, there are several brushes that I am getting rid of just because they are shedding. And I want to mention that these two specifically, actually these four, are very old. I would say that they're over 10 years old. They have lasted a very long time, and I have taken care of them, but they just now shed. And these four in particular are from Quo. They are a Canadian makeup brand, and these specifically are my favorite bronzer brushes. Oh my goodness, I love the Quo bronzer brushes. I don't know if they make them like this anymore, but you know, as you can see, I taped them just because they were coming off. Like, I don't even know if these came off. No, they did, yeah. but I just wanted to hold on to them for dear life. These are my favorite, and they lasted really long, but they just shed and feather everywhere, and I just know that that's it. That's a sign it's time to get rid of them. So these 4 are by Quo. This one is by Bestope. I believe I got this with like an Amazon brush package, and this one sheds as well. So I'm getting rid of this. Not the best quality, honestly, but what can you expect? Excuse me, what can you expect when like they're Amazon like for 10 bucks, you know, when you get 20 brushes. This is actually a paintbrush. I went through a little moment where I was buying paintbrushes and using them for makeup, because that is a real thing. You can look it up. Definitely recommend you check out your local craft store, because there's a lot of potential makeup brushes that are there and are labeled as paintbrushes. So yeah, this one I'm getting rid of. It's by Artist's Loft, and I believe this one I use to like powder the under eye or just powder the eyelids, but this one is shedding now too, so it's time to part ways. This mascara, the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, I think this is like my second tube of it. This was my go-to everyday mascara, especially when I had my son for those first 2 years. This one is like a very dark charcoaly brown color, and this was like what I was using every day, because it gives you a nice fanned voluminous effect, but it's easy to take off, and it didn't smudge on the lower lash line. This next one is by ColourPop, and it's the Blue Ya Mind mascara. That's clever. I loved the color of this one. It reminds me of the L'Oreal blue mascara, but this just dried out so quickly, and also it would have a ton of fallout within applying. It was almost immediate, so I think that the effect of it was really nice, like very voluminous, not chunky, doesn't smell, but you know, it would have a ton of fallout. So plus it's kind of old now, so I have to get rid of it. This next one is by Clinique, and it's the High Impact Mascara. This one I have in the travel size, and honestly, Clinique is like a hit and miss for me sometimes, with the mascaras especially, but this one is more of like a wet formula, and I typically don't love wet formulas when it comes to mascara. This one would kind of just slip and slide, and I found that it didn't really do anything to my lashes whatsoever. So I'm getting rid of this guy. So the next product is this one. It's the Wonderlast Brow Tint for Days by Rimmel, and it says that it's a 2-day wear. Now, with this unique product, it has this spoolie here, the eyebrow brush, and then the product comes in this felt tip. I did not like this for the brows one bit, but I used it as freckles. And I used it all up because the shade, I think it's the shade that I didn't really love for my brows, but I also found that just the powdery effect of it, I don't think is the most flattering for my brows, just because they already are pretty bushy, so I don't need extra volume. But I did use this as freckles, so, and it actually did a great job because the color and just the application of it, it dried down easily and it wasn't shiny. So yeah, if you're looking for a brow or for a freckle product, this one might be a good little find for you. And this one is in the shade medium brown, so I'm getting rid of that. I've used it all up, but it as a freckle product. Now this product is all used up, and it's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, and this one I believe is in the shade Light 5W. Yeah, I use this all up. This is a really nice concealer. Very thin formula, but full coverage. Very easy to blend, but I find that you go through the product quite quickly. But for the price, it's not that bad. So this is a really nice concealer if you're looking for one. I have another concealer here. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. This one is in the shade C7. This was okay, nothing to rave about. It had a semi-matte finish. The formula was somewhat thick. I did use all of it, and I use this primarily to blemish conceal, but it's okay. It's all right. Not, it's okay. Would I repurchase it? Maybe, but only if I was in a pinch and they didn't have my other concealers that I really loved. This would kind of be like the next in line, if that makes sense. This is another concealer that I have used up, and not necessarily because I loved it, but because it was an okay product. It was good enough to use all the way through. It's the Revolution, Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This one is in the shade C7. This was okay. It has a somewhat natural finish to it. It is medium to full coverage, and I would use this specifically on blemishes, but yeah, it's pretty old and I have used it all up. I don't know if I would go out of my way to repurchase it, but let's just say if my favorites were picked over, maybe I would gravitate towards that one next. We are down to the last 3 products. Okay, this next product I'm getting rid of is the Smashbox Blush Rush and Flush. Blush Rush, Flush, Lush, la 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 la. This is one of the first high-end blushes I ever bought. It is so stingy. Like, look at this. Not okay. And it's also shattered. Like, all of the product is shattered in here. But this was such a nice blush. And it came with a mirror at the bottom of it as well. Smashbox actually, low-key, has amazing makeup products. But I used it up. Almost all of it. So it's just time to say goodbye and adieu. This next makeup product I loved so much. It's by BH Cosmetics. It's the Studio Pro Waterproof Brow Pomade, and this one is in the shade Brunette. I loved this so much for my brows. Oh, it was the best and so affordable, but it has dried out, and I believe they no longer sell this formula, which is very sad. So I cannot get my hands on this anymore. So I went to e.l.f. and purchased theirs, but it's not the same, and it never will be. If you know of a brow product that is similar to this pomade, please let me know in the comments below, because I will most likely buy it. Thank you in advance. The last and final product is this one, and I'm very sad to let it go, because as you know, this is my favorite powder, especially for the under eye, but also for all over the face, just for every day. It's amazing. Amazing. I love it. I don't want to say bye, but it's time to say bye. I have to let go. I have to let go. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. Oh, I'm sad. I'm going to read the back to you. Goodbye Photo Flashback helps eliminate white particle reflection. Tested under 7 light conditions with top smartphone models, with and without flash. I don't love this powder because it doesn't have flashback. I love this powder because it is undetectable underneath the eye, and it has such amazing lasting power. And it's only a few dollars. It was only a few dollars, and it lasted me so long. There has been so many products that I have tried to use this up against, and it always wins. Always. There's nothing that compares to this powder. It is just time to go because it has neared the end, but I love it so much. And fortunately, I found another powder product that is up there with this one that I mentioned in a previous video, but I just find that this one didn't ever hug my dry patches under the eye, and it was so smoothing. It is so smoothing, and I just love it so much. But all good things come to an end, you know what I mean? So it's just time to go. I love you, and I bid you a farewell. That is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I know that this video is probably going to be like 1,000 hours long, but there was a lot of product to cover, and I'm just happy that finally, after all this time of collecting these products, I can finally share them with you, but also I can get rid of them now. So that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.